Alright, there you go. That's the end. And oh my god, that ending has so many plot holes, I swear to god. I guess I do have time, so I'm gonna see if I can list them off. Alright, first thing, how Sora knows that Kingdom Hearts is light. I mean, that's a big one. You know, it's pretty much a good guess on Sora's part. I mean, if it's not light, then it's darkness, and he's pretty much effed, you know, because Ansem's gonna be all-powerful and gonna rape him up the ass, but it seems like he had some determined will that he knows that Kingdom Hearts is light, and Kingdom Hearts being surrounded in, you know, the world, the end of the world, which is completely darkness, you know. It's kind of like it's symbolic of the idea that, what's it called? That there is a glimmer of light, even surrounded by darkness or something like that. But yeah, that's one plot hole. Sora knowing that Kingdom Hearts is light. And the second thing is that there's Heartless in there. So will that mean that Kingdom Hearts really is darkness or something like that? Or how the Heartless got into Kingdom Hearts? You know, that's another question that confuzzles me. And okay, so they're trying to close Kingdom Hearts. I don't know why they're trying to close Kingdom Hearts. Apparently because Heartless are in there and they'll kill them or something like that. I don't know why, again, they're closing Kingdom Hearts, but they are. And Riku and King Mickey are there. Okay. Let's see. Riku, that makes sense, you know, because, you know, he defeated Ansem, so Riku should be, you know, free and, you know, just appear out of nowhere. Just like Destiny Islands would reappear after Ansem's defeated, but the problem there is that King Mickey is there, and King Mickey knows who Sora is, and not only that, it seems like that Riku and King Mickey have already met each other. So obviously that can't be true that he just, you know, appeared out of nowhere. They had to have met somewhere after Riku was taken over by Ansem. They had to have met somehow, and they had to have somehow ended up in Kingdom Hearts. So that way that Riku could tell King Mickey about the situation and Sora and all that. So that's another confusing little thing right there. And another thing, how Mickey got there. There's so many, you know, behind the scenes things that are just, you know, they're never explained. Maybe in 3DS they'll be explained, but Jesus Christ, man. You could have at least tried. Then what? Alright, so they're sealed. Riku and Mickey are sealed behind Kingdom Hearts. And that somehow eventually leads to Chain of Memories. I don't know if there's an explanation in there at all, but apparently it just seems like Riku is, you know, surrounded by darkness or whatever, and Ansem, you know, gives him a way out, and then Mickey somehow appears, you know, to save him later on in Chain of Memories. So there is that. But then there's another one. Kairi, how the F did you get there? You're supposed to be in Traverse Town or something like that. How the F did you get there? Alright? And you might be saying, well, she belongs to Destiny Island, so obviously, you know, they teleported her there. But what about Riku? Riku and Sora belong there, so why isn't Riku teleported there with Kairi? And why isn't Sora there? Well, obviously he's already there, but I mean, yeah, there's that problem. How the F did Kairi get there? So, yeah. And then Destiny Islands and everything's being formed, you know, and Sora's like yelling at her, I gotta tell you something, even though he could have obviously just glided over there, told her, and then glided back to wherever the place was. And there's another thing. Where are they? After Sora, Goofy, and Donald, Sora, Donald, and Goofy, after they save the day, they are apparently in this big giant field. Where is that? And how did they get there? That's another question. There are so many things that they never explain that could lead to so many questions, and they just never tried to explain it later on, ever. Well, maybe a few things, but Jesus Christ, man. Jesus H. Christ, what happened? So, That's my question. But yeah. That's the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, guys. That's the end of this playthrough, I suppose. I'm not completely done. There's still one last cutscene at the end of this. But, yeah. I'll probably finish Birth by Sleep, and then, eventually later on, I'll do another Kingdom Hearts game, and it's going to be, Rechain of Memories, for those who are interested. It's going to be, Rechain of Memories, and then I'll move on from there. I'm going to try to do all of the base, you know, just one of each of the chapters or something like that, because I know that there have been games that have been redone, like Coded, since it was on phone, they're remaking it onto the DS, and you know, since Chain of Memories was remade from the Game Boy Advance to the PlayStation 2, I just feel like I should do Recom, just because I think it's a lot more liked, and I don't want to have to deal with Chain of Memories, because just the Game Boy Advance version, that just seems, ugh. It's I don't know. It's almost like they're trying to make it a 3D game, but obviously it's kind of 2D, because, you know, you have no idea where the enemy is, like if it's left to right, you know, you kind of have to make a somewhat of an assumption or something like that. So I mean, just like in an actual 3D world, I think Rechain of Memories would just be a lot better. So that's why I'm going to do that afterwards. And so after this, I'm going to be working on 3 playthroughs. After this, I'm going to be starting Halo Reach, a Halo Reach playthrough. You guys might not have been expecting that, but, you know, I am. And then I'm going to be working on Birth by Sleep along with that. And if I do have time to, you know, reboot this, I'll try to get Ocarina of Time going again. So those are the 3 playthroughs I'm going to be working on. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I talked a lot during the credits, but, you know, the credits are boring, so hopefully I got you through them. But yep, we got one more cutscene, so I'll say goodbye after that one. Alrighty then.
Now what do we do?
We've got to find Riku and King Mickey.
But, where do we start looking for that there door to the light?
Huh? Huh?
Pluto?
Hey, Pluto! Where have you been?
Huh?
Hi!
Gosh, that's the king's seal!
Hey, have you seen King Mickey?
What?
Guys, let's go!
Well, here we are, the battle record, the very end of the game. But I guess I stepped over one little thing about the whole field thing. That was that cutscene. What is that place, and how did they get there? That's the plot hole that I'm talking about, because it's just a random field. And then Pluto. Pluto is randomly there. How did he get there? And he has a letter, has the king's seal, which means it's from the king. But they never read the letter. They never explained what the letter said. He just ran off and they just chased him. And that eventually led them to Castle Oblivion, and that's part of Chain of Memories. But they never figured out what's inside the letter. And they figured there was another letter at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 that they got from King Mickey, but we know what that letter says now because of Birth by Sleep, Coded, and Days, 358 by 2 days. We know what that letter says, but we never figured out what that letter says that Pluto had. We just kind of skipped over it. There are so many things that are never explained in this ending, but I don't know. I'm hoping that 3DS, since it is, it's kind of like a behind-the-scenes thing of Kingdom Hearts 1, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm hoping to God that they fix some of the plot holes in that game, because if they do, I will be so happy. If I don't, I'm just gonna be like, God damn, that's another waste of a game. But yeah, I guess we could go through the battle record. Heartless defeated, 4,850, my god. I wonder if that includes Ansem. Times defeated, 3. I did die a few times. Attacks deflected, 806. God damn. I love me some guard. Times hit by an enemy, a lot. I don't know. Total item usage. Didn't really use items because, you know, you don't need them. Thanks to Cure. Party member knockouts, 301. I look at that number, and then I look at my number. I have 3 versus Goofy and Donald being knocked out 301 times. Jesus Christ, guys, just, yeah. And curative spells cast on friends. I did use Cure on my friends a couple of times. Not that much, though, because, really, why would you in the first place? But yeah, I guess that's it, guys. That is the end of the Kingdom Hearts 1 playthrough, and until the next playthrough, I'll see you guys later.